One look at the Euro USD and you would think that this thing is going much, much lower, correct? I mean, look at this trend. However, what if I told you there's a level just below this 109.30 area that could trigger a bounce over the coming sessions? Hi everyone, my name is Justin Bennett with Daily Price Action, and in today's video we're going to talk about the Euro USD. I'm going to show you the key levels I'm watching, as well as a level from 2018 that could become a factor, and lastly, the potential for a triple bottom and what needs to happen in order for us to see a higher euro. Before we begin with today's Euro USD analysis, be sure to hit that subscribe button below and also hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I post these videos. So instead of showing you a chart today that's already marked up, I thought I would run through each level with you. And I wanted to start with the horizontal levels because they are incredibly well defined, and they're also levels I've been mentioning now for several weeks. So right now you can see how the Euro USD is testing this 109.30 support. And we've also been talking about this 110.70 area that acted as support through here. The pair broke below it, and then it began acting as resistance. And of course, we also still have this short-term descending channel that is also very much intact. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this video, you would take one look at this downtrend and say, okay, if 109.30 support fails, if we get a close below this area, then the Euro USD could be heading much lower. And while that may be true, there is also a larger descending channel that could become a factor. And for that, if I draw it along these two swing highs, you'll quickly notice that the pair has actually recently tested this level and is about to do so again. So if I zoom back in, you can see where this level comes in just below that 109.30. I would put this at the very lowest around 109. So somewhere around this area down here. Now, that doesn't mean the euro will bounce. It also doesn't mean that the Euro USD cannot break below this level. Markets break support and resistance all the time. And for all we know, we could see a break below this area and a Euro USD at 108 in the weeks to come. However, I do think it's going to take a break below that 109 area in order for us to see much lower prices for the Euro USD. And as far as resistance goes, there's a lot happening here. So on Saturday, I talked about this area just below 110. So notice how it previously served as support through all of these candles. And then on Thursday, we got a close below it. So that means any retest of this 110 area will likely act as resistance. And furthermore, we also have this channel top up here around 110.30, maybe 110.40. And then even if we get through that, we still have this 110.70 area to get through. So as you can see, there's a ton of resistance ahead for the euro. But at the same time, there's also a lot of support if we factor in that descending channel from 2018. So this brings us full circle to something that I've been talking about now for several weeks, and that is that we need to see a break of this range in order to see momentum pick up, and also to get some clarity on where this thing goes from here, because right now we have support just below the current price, we have resistance not far above, and if you're a breakout or a swing trader like myself, you're going to want to see some sort of break from this range before you trade this thing. And lastly, as improbable as it may seem, there is a chance that we could see the Euro USD put in a triple bottom. So notice that back here we had a double bottom. However, the pair never closed above this 110.70 level, which would have been the trigger for a move higher. So as of right now, this, in my opinion, is not a triple bottom just yet, because we would need to see a close above this 110.70 area to act as a trigger and trigger that move higher up here to that 112 area I've mentioned a few times. So notice that 112 has been a factor for some time now. We have several lows and we also have highs. So I do think that 112 could become a factor if the euro is able to get above 110.70 and that would also confirm this potential triple bottom. But again, as of right now, we don't know that this is a triple bottom. We need to see some bullish pressure here and a break of that 110.70 level. So in summary, to wrap things up, the euro is going to remain under pressure as long as we see these resistance levels stay intact. So until we see buyers take out that 110 area and channel resistance as well as that 110.70, this thing is going to remain under pressure. But again, do keep an eye on 109.30 as well as this 109 area, which was that descending channel bottom. And if we do see that 109 area break, my guess is that the next key level to come into play is going to be around 108.50. So if I zoom out on the daily time frame, you'll notice how back here in 2017, how significant this 108.50 area was. So notice that we had this swing high here as well as several lows. So again, as of right now, that 109 area is going to continue to attract buyers. That 110 region is resistance, and if we do get through this 109 area, I do think we could see the euro head toward 108.50. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comment below, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. See you next time.